4 things you can do to help your child talk about and understand their identity. The first thing I would say is that we need to separate a label or a diagnosis from an identity. A neurotype and how it's labeled, that might be genetic or something that's given without their consent necessarily, like you are ADHD or the child has a PDA neurotype. Okay, that is not a choice. The choice is what they decide as their identity, and that needs to be collaborative, consent-based, and provide autonomy because they are a PDA child. So I often encourage parents to start first with affirmation and very granular experiential observations that they can offer to their child. For example, wow, I notice you have such sharp eyes. You can see things that I cannot see. Okay, so starting with affirmation, then observing, how does this child respond? Do they say stop talking? Do they say no? Do they want to know more? Does it resonate with them? Second, once you've passed the affirmation stage and found what resonates with them, you can connect it to a sense of belonging. You know how you have such sharp eyes. Guess what? There's hundreds or even thousands of other kids just like you who have sharp eyes, do better without a lot of rules, and they're really cool like you are, right? So you're connecting the granular aspects to a broader sense of belonging and community. You're not the only one, okay? Again, observe, see how the child responds. Then the third is when we can offer or strew a label or language, right? And it's important to understand that we see how the child responds to it. We don't label for them. So I might say, remember how there's thousands of kids just like you who can have really sharp eyes and don't like a lot of rules. Well, some of them use the term pathological demand avoidance or PDA, or they like the term pervasive drive for autonomy better. But really, we get to choose whatever language and words we want to use. There's no rules. And then we see how the child responds. My son gravitated towards PDA and feels affirmation and belonging with that. Other kids don't. Some kids say, I'm just Cooper or I'm just me, and that's okay too. The whole point is so that they're not given language like defiance, violent, oppositional, weird by others around them. As parents, we have to give them language.